summer night. It's great to see people interested in what we're going to discuss tonight and have a conversation about. You should have an agenda on your seat, along with a status map of the current situation on the Atlantic Yard site, as well as a number of questions and a few answers and some, a whole series of questions that will both hopefully inform you and lead to more questions tonight in discussion. Wanted to thank all the different groups sponsoring tonight's event, as well as all the elected officials. All the Albany officials are in Albany dealing with the budget, so they won't be here. I don't know if any staffers from the Albany representatives are here, other than Jim Vogel representing Senator Montgomery. Is there anyone else? Okay. We are expecting council members Lander and Levin sometime soon. They both will be here to speak and discuss things with you. And Councilwoman Letitia James is here, and I'll... One second. Basically, we're here. This is really a kickoff meeting to re-engage the discussion about what should happen at the Atlantic Yard site, since what appears to be happening there is an arena and a dormant site, at best, that's parking lots for a long time, and that we need to re-engage both as community planners, as individuals, as community groups, and engage politically in changing the status quo there, which I think is intolerable for anyone living in the area or anyone living in the city. So that's what we're going to try to discuss tonight. As you'll see, at some point we'll break up into smaller groups, and hopefully the meeting will go till about 9:30. So now we're going to hear from Councilwoman James, who I believe initiated this meeting. It was her idea to bring back the idea of discussing unity and what should happen at the rail yard site. Thank you.
I want to recognize Councilmember Brad Lander and bring him forward because I know he has a busy schedule, and I don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, my colleague, the head of the City Council, my chairman, Councilmember Brad Lander.
Thank you. So glad this is happening. Glad so many people are here. Glad there continues to be so much energy to get something better to happen on this site. So thanks to Tish and Ron and Daniel, and I'm sure to 20 other people in the room who helped put this together. I'm glad it's going on. I look forward to seeing the outcome and seeing what we can do together to keep pushing. So, thank you.
So, how many of you were here from the beginning 8 years ago? Raise your hand. Wow. Okay. Excellent. Yay. And how many of you have just joined our struggle within the last 5 years? Raise your hand. And how many of you less than 5 years? How many virgins? A year or less? Raise your hand. A year or less. Give it up. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have to this morning? Oh my God, you're really special.
Well, there's this project.
So 8 years ago, a couple of things happened. I was elected to the city council, and then literally within days it was announced that this project would go forward. And here we are, 8 years of madness, 8 years of rallies and litigation, and we are here this evening. And 8 years ago, I received this necklace from Marshall, the creator of and the father of the Unity Plan. Marshall, who has left us to, where have you gone to?
Chicago.
So I wanted to honor Marshall Brown, hoping that he would come back to us. Some have become despondent over our government, which has basically was co-opted, hijacked by special interests. We have witnessed graft, corruption, staged rallies, investigations, and we are sickened by our government, which unfortunately has turned a blind eye to all of it. Pataki, Who remembers Pataki?
Who wants to remember that?
Fixer? Prostitutes? Patterson? All right? And now Cuomo. And we haven't, unfortunately, no response. And as the steel rises and as the bowl takes shape and as the arena takes the center stage in the footprint, everything else remains in doubt. In fact, broken promises litter the footprint of the Atlantic Yards project. And so the issue this evening is, can we engineer the project into something that serves the common good? Can we, the community, establish a framework that is compelling to the public, that serves their basic needs, and that flows from core values and principles that were developed almost 8 years ago under the leadership of Develop, Don't Destroy and yours truly. Because it is clear that the original plan as established by Forest City Ratner is now nothing more than a pipe dream. And so can we basically reclaim precious public assets and return them to the community, to the public? Can we empower the community? Can we place them at the negotiation table? Can our voices be heard? Because in the past they have not been heard. We ignited a revolution in Brooklyn and throughout the city. We basically sparked a movement. 3 documentaries. In fact, a commercial is playing this weekend, I understand. I haven't seen it yet. At
it's great.
Cinema Village.
You look great. You're great.
But anyway, so it's playing this weekend in the cinema in the Village, and more and more people apparently have to go, otherwise it's not going to receive more screening throughout the city of New York. So I urge you to tell your friends, to blog it, to Facebook, etc., etc. 2 textbooks in classes. I've talked at a number of classes. There's 2 textbooks about our struggle. Yes, there was a musical play. We all saw that, yes. Babies, marriages, divorces, yes. And we've lost a couple of people in the struggle. And I've suffered from depression from time to time, because when I walk, I can see the steel from the window of my office. And whenever I go down to Atlantic Avenue and look at the rail yard, I don't see a community. I see a developer's dream and a community's nightmare. But this struggle has defined us, and we must reclaim our community, and we must reject as a community the 1,100 car surface parking lot that they envision and that they would like, and we must develop the lots that unfortunately stand empty. Tonight is the time for us to recommit ourselves to this struggle. Tonight is the night where we must engage, that Forest City Ratner must recognize and understand shared sacrifice. We must really focus on community development and responsible development. And that's what basically this struggle was really all about for those who are new to it. And so this is not about Forest City Ratner. This is really all about all of us. And so I don't know about you, but I'm not prepared to surrender my community to a developer. I'm not prepared to surrender, and I'm not prepared to give up. And until victory is won for this community that we all represent, because we will all feel Atlantic Yards, whether you live in the 36th Council District, whether you live in Brad's district, whether you live in Steve Lenvin's district, whether you live in South Brooklyn, all of us will feel the effects of the Atlantic Yards project. And in my heart of heart, I still oppose this project, and I'm hoping that tonight we can reignite the conversation and reclaim what is left in the footprint. I thank all of you for coming. I thank Develop and Destroy. I thank Marshall Brown for traveling here from Chicago. I thank you again and again and again until victory is won. So thank you.